It wasn't a storm, it was quieter than that. Just a morning where we didn't ask if the other one was okay. We moved through the kitchen like strangers, sharing space, not a word, like love had learned to whisper and forgot how to be heard. Yeah, I stayed on your phone too long, and stared into the sink. We were both somewhere else already, neither brave enough to blink. We used to fight for everything, now we just let it slide. That's when I knew without a sound, something in us died. It was the day we stopped trying, not a goodbye, not a scene, just two hearts getting tired of holding what used to be. We didn't fall apart screaming, we just slowly let it end. It was the day we stopped trying and started losing them. We talked about the weather more than the weight inside our chest. We learned how to keep it peaceful by never asking what was left. Your laughter came at the wrong times, mine felt forced and thin. We became experts at pretending that we still believed in us back then. I miss the way you used to reach, like losing me would hurt. Now your hand stays by your side, like it's safer there. We confuse calm for healing, silence for being strong, but love needs noise to stay alive, and we went quiet too long. It was the day we stopped trying, when effort felt like blame. Every how was your day sounded heavier than pain. We didn't break in pieces, we just faded in between. It was the day we stopped trying, and nothing felt the same. If love is built on showing up, then tell me where we went. We were right there, breathing air, but not present. I would have fought through every mess if you'd asked me to stay, but you looked relieved when we agreed to walk away. Now I sleep on half the bed, still leave the light on low, like part of me's expecting you, even though I know people say at least it ended calm, like that should ease the ache. But quiet endings echo loud when there's no one left to blame. It was the day we stopped trying, and no one saw it break, but I still feel it every time I choose what not to say. We didn't end in hatred, we just ran out of fight. It was the day we stopped trying. No slammed doors, no shattered dreams, just love that died between routines. I put on laughter like a mask, hiding all I couldn't ask. The world sees me as standing tall, but I'm crumbling behind it all. Every step feels heavy now. I've carried too much somehow. The nights are long, the shadows deep. I hold my pain while others sleep. I smile so I don't break, so no one knows the ache. I hide the storm inside my chest and try to pass the test. I smile so I don't break, even when my heart is torn. I wear the mask of someone fine while I'm quietly worn. I laugh to hide the hollow cries, the pieces I can't take. I smile so I don't break, but I'm shaking for heaven's sake. I trace the scars no one can see, the battles fought inside of me. I hold my tears, I hold my ground, but no one hears a single sound. I've built a world where no one knows the weight of what my heart shows. I've loved too much, I've lost too fast, and learned to make the hurt last. I pretend, I hide, I lie to everyone, to no one I deny the cracks that split me in two. I smile so I don't break for you. I smile so I don't break, even when my heart is torn. I wear the mask of someone fine while I'm quietly worn. I laugh to hide the hollow cries, the pieces I can't take. I smile so I don't break, but I'm shaking for heaven's sake. If someone could see behind my eyes, they'd find ocean storms and cries. I've been strong for far too long, and now the weight feels too strong. I wanna fall, I wanna scream, I wanna shatter this quiet dream. I've been pretending to be okay, but the cracks grow deeper every day. I let the tears fall silently, flooding corners so pristine. I feel the weight release at last, the facade, the shadow past. I've smiled for the world for too long, hid the ache, endured the wrong. Now I let the sorrow take and tremble for my own sake. I smile so I don't break, even when my heart is torn. I hold the pieces of my soul while I'm quietly worn. I laugh to hide the hollow cries, the pieces I can't take. I smile so finally free. I watch the door frame swallow up your back, and the colorful world just faded into black. I thought there'd be a scream or a glass against the wall, but the hardest part of leaving was the nothing of it all. No slamming in wood, no tires on the drive, just the quiet realization that I'm barely alive. It's a heavy kind of pressure, like a storm that never breaks, and it's more than my hollowed out spirit can take. I'm reaching for the volume just to feel a little vibration, a massive bitter taste of this forced dilation. The clock is ticking like a hammer on a nail, and the air in the hallway is turning paper pale. Oh, it's a bruised silence, a deep and purple lake, the sound of a promise that was too thin and not break. It's the ringing in my ears from the things you didn't say, the weight of the words that you carried away. You don't have to hit me to leave me black and blue. I'm just covered in the bruised silence of losing you. I'm sitting in the kitchen where the shadows like to crawl, tracing all the marks we used to measure on the wall. The fridge is humming low, a lonely steady drone, like a funeral march for a heart left on its own. I try to speak your name just to hear a human tone, but my voice sounds like a stranger, someone I've never known. It's funny how the quiet can be such a violent thing, with a jagged edge that cuts and a lingering sting. They say that silence is golden, but they've never felt this, the suffocating cold of a final ghostly kiss. It's the echo of the us that's been edited out, a scream caught in my throat that I can't let out. Yeah, it's a bruised silence, a deep and purple lake, the sound of a promise that was too thin to not break. It's the ring in my ears from the things you didn't say, the weight of the words that you carried away. You don't have to hit me to leave me black and blue. I'm just covered in the bruised silence of losing you. It's turning dark, it's turning cold. The story's finished, but it feels untold. Just the quiet and the sting, the bruised silence of everything. Everything is quiet now. I'm standing on the lake where the world has gone to sleep, guarding all the secrets that the winter tried to keep. The ice is thick and clouded, like a window to the past, a gallery of moments that were never built try to call your name out, but the air is thin and dry, and the syllables just shatter beneath a pale and heavy sky. There's no vibration in the ground, no movement in the trees, just the ghost of our last always hanging in the freeze. I used to hear your laughter like a river in the thaw, back when love was natural without a single flaw. Now the music's in the deep beneath a foot of solid white, and I'm just a lonely listener in the middle of the night. And oh, it's just frozen echoes trapped inside the blue, the muffled ghost like rhythm of the life I spent with you. I'm pressing my ear to the surface of the cold, listening for a story that was never fully told. I can't see your lips are moving, but I can hear the sound of a love that's been abandoned and buried in the ground. Yeah, it's just frozen echoes stuck in 2026, and still I'm waiting to be found. The frost is drawing patterns on the edges of my coat, like the jagged silver melody of a long forgotten note. I remember how we danced here when the water was a song. Now I'm pacing on the silence, trying to belong. Every step I take is a crack and heavy groan, the sound of every promise that I'm forced to hold alone. The fish are swimming deep, far away from all the light, while I'm staring at the shadows of a never-ending night. Is the sound still traveling? Is the heartbeat still there? Or is it just the static of a desperate winter prayer? If I break the ice to reach you, will the current take me too into the quiet velvet dark of a world without a view? Wait for the break, wait for the sun to melt this mistake. But the ice is so heavy and the winter is long, I'm starting to forget how to sing our song. Frozen echoes, it's so quiet down there. The window box is heavy with the scent of coming rain, and the petals have a color like a deep and hidden vein. I remember when you planted them, the soil was warm and new. Every leaf was reaching out to catch a piece of you. But the sunlight started thinning and the air turned bitter cold. And the story of the garden is a story growing old. The edges are all curling in a velvet shade of black. There's a poison in the water and there's no way to turn back. Now I'm watching us become a darkening bloom, a beautiful disaster in a quiet, empty room. We're folding in on secrets that we never dared to tell. The sweetness turning heavy with the lonely winter smell. The colors are all bleeding out, falling in the gloom. Just the shadow of a memory in a darkening bloom. I try to prop the stems up with a wire and a prayer, but I'm talking to a ghost that isn't really standing there. Your touch used to be gentle, like a dewdrop on the rose. Now it's just the gravity of everything that goes. The roots are tangled knots of all the sorry said too late, leaving us to wither underneath the garden gate. They say the flowers understand the coming of the night. They don't fight the evening or the fading of the light. But I'm still standing here with my fingers in the dirt, trying to find a way to bloom without the sting of hurt. Close the petals, hide the heart, watch the finish, forget the start. It's getting darker in the flower bed. Everything is purple, everything is dead. Darkening bloom. I'm tracing the lines where the sun used to hit, before the light decided it was time to quit. The sofa's been moved and the bookshelves are bare, but I can still see the ghost of your silhouette there. It's a permanent imprint, a bruise on the paint, a memory of us that refused to grow faint. The dust is settling in the places you stood, like a map of a kingdom made of plaster and wood. I tried to scrub the edges, I tried to wash it clean, but the darkness is deeper than the spaces in between. You didn't just leave, you sank into the stone, leaving me to face these four corners alone. Now I'm living in a house of shadow-stained walls, listening to the silence as the evening falls. Every mark is a moment, every shade is a scar, a digital negative of what things are. I can't paint over the way that I feel when the absence of you is the only thing real. Yeah, it's just me and the shadow-stained walls and the echo of your name in the The afternoon light is a cold yellow glare, exposing the shapes that shouldn't be there. Smudged by the light switch where you linger and wait. A scarf on the floorboards from our final debate. The house is a canvas of too late to try, written in charcoal neath a pale violet sky. I'm a tenant of grief in a room with a view of every dark outline that reminds me of you. They say out of sight means out of your mind, but they don't see the patterns that you left behind. It's etched in the drywall, it's soaked in the grain. A masterclass study in a quiet kind of pain. Let the dark take the floor. I can't see the stains on the walls anymore, but I know they're still there, hiding in the gray, waiting for the sun to bring back the day. Shadow stained walls. I checked the garden map we drew back in 2024, but the ink has bled to nothing on the kitchen pantry door. The world outside is spinning through its usual routine, but I'm stuck in a weather that I've never even seen. The trees are holding on to leaves that should have hit the ground, and the birds are moving south without making any sound. The calendar is lying, saying January's here, but it's been 1,000 winters since I felt you standing near. Now I'm wandering the shoreline of the lost season, looking for a rhyme and searching for a reason. It's not quite autumn and it isn't quite the spring, just a hollow frozen middle where the heart won't feel a thing. A time that isn't moving, a sun that doesn't shine, caught inside the wreckage of a life that isn't mine. Oh, I'm stranded in the lost season. is frozen on a Tuesday in July, before the silence moved in and the well of us ran dry. I'm still moving through the hallway, reaching for your hand, but I'm grasping at the shadow of a life that we had planned. The clock upon the mantle hasn't ticked since you walked out. It's like the gears are rusted by the weight of all this doubt. Now I'm living in the wreckage of a shattered glass design, trying to find the us inside the splintered time. Every second is a jagged edge that cuts me to the bone. A million broken moments and I'm facing them alone. You're a ghost in every sunrise, a sting in every rhyme, just a heartbeat lost forever in this splintered time. I saw you at the station, or a girl who wore your coat. I felt that old familiar forever in my throat. But then the light shifted and the vision came apart, just another sliver digging deeper in my heart. We're two parallel lines that used to tangle and entwine. Now I'm searching for the exit of a life no longer mine. They say that time's a healer, that the cracks will start to mend. But how do you fix a story when you've reached the bitter end? The hours are like needles, the minutes feel like glass. I'm standing in the doorway, watching everybody pass. Just the echo of the shoes. I'm still waiting for the hour when I don't feel so sour, but the clock is stuck and I'm out of luck in this splintered time. The gold is graying on the edge of the hill, and the house we built is suddenly still. I'm watching the shadows stretch across the floor, like they're searching for the shoes you don't wear anymore. I try to breathe in what's left of the heat, but the winter is winning and the pulse is weak. You used to be the spark that kept the dark at bay. Now I'm just a witness as you flicker away. And I'm reaching out my hands to a dying light, trying to hold the sun in the middle of the night. Every glow we had is fading into blue, and there's nothing I can do to keep the warmth of you. It's a long goodbye, it's a pale goodnight, just a hollow heart shivering in the dying light. There's a photograph of us where the colors are bright before the edges started bleeding into white. Now your voice is an echo I can't quite catch, like a sodden flame and a broken match. I'm memorizing the lines of your face before the evening comes to take your place. Don't go dark on me yet, let the ember stay. I'm not ready for the world to turn completely gray, but the wick is short and the oil is gone, and I'm terrified of waking to a lonely dawn. The light is gone. I'm standing where the boardwalk meets the sand, tracing the ghost of your touch on my hand. The moon is a sliver, a cold sharp blade, cutting through promises that we once made. You said we were constant, as sure as the sea, but the water is rising between you and me. I built us a castle, I built it so high, but the salt air is heavy with every goodbye. Now I'm drowning in the rhythm of the broken tides, where the love goes to die and the memory hides. Every wave is a secret I didn't keep, pulling my heart to the dark and the deep. I'm reaching for the surface, but the current decides that I'm just wreckage lost in the broken tides. The seashells are shattered like glass on the shore. The ocean don't sound like a song anymore. It's a low heavy rumble, a hollowed out ache for every direction we didn't quite take. shadow of doubt. How can something so vast feel so empty and wide? And there's nowhere to run, and there's nowhere to let me go. I'm sitting in the kitchen, watching 2020 since begin, while the frost is drawing map lines where our laughter should have been. I didn't hear the ceiling fall, I didn't hear a sound, just the weight of your departure hidden soft against the ground. I'm making tea for one today, I'm learning how to breathe in the hollow spaces that you chose to finally leave. It's not a crashing motion, it's not a thunder roll, just a slow and steady leakage from the center of my soul. The neighbors think I'm doing fine, they see me at the gate. They don't see the ghost of you that's making me so late. It's a subtle kind of damage, it's a muted kind of sting, like the winter air that's forgotten how to turn into the spring. And oh, it's the quiet ache, the hum inside the wall, the sound of every picture that I'm scared to let go fall. It doesn't scream or holler, it doesn't break the glass, it just waits inside the shadows for the lonely hours to pass. No sirens in the distance, no fire in the sky, just the quiet ache of living with a permanent goodbye. I found your favorite bookmark in a book I'll never finish, watching all the colors of our history diminish. The house is full of echoes that are too small to be heard, the ghost of every promise and the ghost of every word. I walk into the hallway and I reach to turn the light, but I'm already accustomed to the middle of the night. It's a rhythm in my footsteps, it's a static in my head, the heavy velvet presence of the things we never said. If I could shout it out, maybe I could set it free, but the silence is a mountain sitting right on top of me. I'm treading in the used to be, I'm drowning in the gone, waiting for a version of the sun that's never gonna dawn. I'm standing in the garden where the grass has turned to gold, wrapped in a sweater that's beginning to grow old. The wind is picking up, coming from the northern side, and I'm holding a box where a lifetime used to hide. It's 2026, but the calendar feels wrong, like I'm humming a melody, but I've forgotten the song. I opened up the latch and I felt the heavy chill of a heart that finally stopped, but a world that's moving still. I thought there'd be a weight, I thought there'd be a stone, something I could carry so I wouldn't feel alone. But you're lighter than the dust, you're thinner than the air, and I'm reaching for a ghost that isn't even there. Now it's just scattered ashes on a winter afternoon, gone with the rhythm of a hollow silver moon. I'm watching you drift over the fence and through the trees, falling like a secret on a desperate bended knee. I'm trying to catch the pieces, but my hands are open wide, watching all the love we had just scatter on the tide. Yeah, it's scattered ashes and nowhere left to hide. I walked back to the kitchen and I saw your empty chair. The grayest kind of silence is the only thing that's there. I remember the fire, I remember the heat, back when the life we built was impossible to beat. Now the hearth is just a hollow, the chimney's just a cage, and I'm just an ink stain on a wide and empty page. The dust is on the windowsill, the soot is on the floor, and I don't hear the clicking of your key inside the door. Is it better to be fire or better to be gray? To burn for just a second or to slowly fade away? I'm breathing in the memory until my lungs begin to sting, realizing that the wind is the only thing you bring. Goodbye. It's 2026 and you're finally free. The vase is cracked and weeping on the table by the bed, holding on to colors that have turned a darker red. I remember when you brought them, how they reached out for the sun before the frost of it's over. had officially begun. Now I'm staring at the garden that we planted in the hall, watching every soft thing find a way to break and fall. You didn't have to crush them to make the beauty go. You just stopped the light from reaching everywhere we used to grow. Now I'm holding on to bruised petals in the dark, trying to find the fire in a dead and cold spark. Every touch is heavy, every memory leaves a mark, like a jagged piece of charcoal pressed against a hollow heart. They're soft and they're broken, they're purple and they're blue, just a handful of bruised petals that remind me of you. I try to smooth the edges, but the silk is torn and thin. I can't tell where the hurt ends and where the us should begin. We were a summer story, we were a velvet sky, but now we're just the wreckage of a long and slow goodbye. I'm sweeping up the pieces that have withered on the floor, wondering why I'm waiting for you knock upon the door. Some things aren't meant for picking, they're meant to stay in the ground, where the roots are safe and steady and the love is always found. But we pulled us from the earth, yeah, we thought we'd never fade. Now we're just a wilted shadow in the mess that we have made. In the dark, trying to find the fire in a dead and cold spark. Every touch is heavy, every memory leaves a mark, like a jagged piece of charcoal pressed against a hollow heart. They're soft and they're broken, they're purple and they're blue, just a handful of bruised petals that remind me of you. Yeah, I'm holding on to bruised petals in the dark, trying to find the fire in a dead and cold spark. Every touch is heavy, every memory leaves a mark, like a jagged piece of charcoal pressed against a hollow heart. They're soft and they're broken, they're purple and they're blue, just a handful of bruised petals that one by one they hit the ground. Such a lonely, quiet sound. Fragile things don't stand a chance in the middle of this dance. Bruised petals, bruised petals. I held your shadow in my hands, wished it could stay, wished it could stand. I loved you quietly, endlessly, but you were always meant to be free. I whispered words into the air, hoping somehow you'd hear me there. I gave my heart with every beat, but you never stayed, never met me halfway. I built a world where we could exist, but it was just a fragile twist of dreams and hope I couldn't share. A love that lived in the thin, cold air. You were never mine, even when I hoped you'd stay. I loved you through the silence, but you just walked away. I carried all the moments that you never knew were true. You were never mine, and yet I still love fell into the distance, mile by mile. I smiled when others looked at you, in my pain and every hue. I loved you with a quiet fire, a lonely flame of deep desire. I tried to stay without a sound, loved you when you weren't around. The hardest love is the one unseen, when your heart was never part of the dream. You were never mine, even when I hoped you'd stay. I loved you through the silence, but you just walked away. I carried all the moments that you never knew were true. You were never mine, and yet I still love you. If love is meant to be returned, then mine was lost before it burned. I held you in my soul, my veins, but you never felt my pain. I would've stayed through storm and rain if only you would try, but some hearts never meet the ones who stand in love inside. Now I walk these empty streets, haunted by your fleeting heat. I replay all the silent nights, all the dreams I held too tight. People say at least it ended, but endings don't erase the scars. When love is given to someone who never owned your heart, I don't mourn the fights or tears, I mourn what I could not define. I loved you with my all, but you were never mine. You were never mine, even when I hoped you'd see. I gave you all my quiet love, but it was never meant to be. I held the sky for you alone, hoping you'd touch it too. You were never mine, and yet I still love you. You were never mine, even when I gave my soul, even when I reached for you and tried to make you whole. I love without permission, I gave more than I knew. You were never mine, but my heart stayed true. No one saw, no one knew, just me, loving you alone. I'm standing on the porch, watching the clouds turn into lead, replaying every bitter word that we shouldn't have said. The sky is hanging low, like it's tired of the blue, and it's heavy with the memories of the ghost of me and you. The first drop hits the dust like a bullet in the dark, leaving a cold and jagged, permanent mark. I used to think the water was a thing that set you free, but now it's just a ceiling falling down on me. The gutters are screaming, the storm's at the door, but I've never felt the pressure like this before. It's not just the weather, it's not just the night, it's the gravity of losing the only thing right. And oh, it's the weight of rain, the crushing of the tide, the sound of all the secrets that we tried so hard to hide. It's pushing on my shoulders, it's pulling at my breath, like a slow and liquid version of a lonely kind of death. They say that it'll wash away the salt and the stain, but they don't know the power of the weight of rain. Yeah, it's soaking through my spirit, it's drowning out the flame, the heavy, heavy weight of calling your name. I'm walking down the driveway, it's a river in the gray, watching 2020 slowly just wash itself away. My coat is getting heavy, my boots are full of stone. It's a different kind of freezing when you're standing all alone. I look up at the clouds and I open up my eyes, but the water's just a curtain for the hows and the whys. There's no lightning to break it, no thunder to crack, just a steady, relentless weight of you not coming back. Is it the ocean falling? Is it the sky giving in? just the overflow of everywhere we've been. I'm treading in the puddles of the life we used to know, but I'm sinking in the rhythm of the let you go. That the sky ever told. I'm standing at the window of a house that's grown too wide, watching 2020 sheets roll in with a cold and gray-green tide. I check the old brass compass that we kept beside the bed, but the needle's just a silver ghost of the things we never said. I used to know exactly where the center was supposed to be, back when your heartbeat was the only map I'd ever need. Now the magnetism's broken and the gravity is gone, and I'm shivering in the quiet of a never-ending dawn. I'm looking for a signal, I'm looking for a spark, but the sky is just a frozen sheet of paper in the dark. I turn my collar up against the logic of the frost, tallying the distance of the person that I lost. And it's the empty north, the wide and hollow space, where I can't find the rhythm or the outline of your face. The stars have all moved over, they're just pinpricks in the blue, and every path I follow leads me further out from you. No warmth inside the promise, no color in the sky, just the empty north of a permanent goodbye. Yeah, I'm wandering the tundra of a life without a view, lost in the empty north of you. The mountains in the distance are just silhouettes of lead, mirroring the heavy, jagged thoughts inside my head. I remember when the winter was a season we could share, when we'd build a fire high enough to warm the midnight air. Now I'm treading on the permafrost of everything we built, between the weight of the I miss you and the poison of the guilt. The horizon is a liar, it just keeps moving back, leaving me to navigate the ice inside the crack. Is there a south for sorry? Is there a home for hold me close? Or am I just a tenant in the land I fear the most? I'm screaming at the aurora, but the colors never break. It's the coldest kind of stillness that a human heart can take. stars have all moved over. They're just pinpricks in the blue. And every path I follow leads me further out from you. No warmth inside the promise, no color in the sky, just the empty north of a permanent goodbye. Yeah, I'm wandering the tundra of a life without a view, lost in the empty north of you. So much white, so much gray, watching 2020 seas just drift away. I'm walking on the edge of a frozen sea in the empty north where you used to be. It's so cold here. Which way is home? I thought the worst was over, that the bleeding finally stopped, that I gathered up the pieces of the promises we dropped. The calendar says January 2026 is here, but I'm still breathing in the wreckage of a tragic yesteryear. I went to buy some groceries and I saw your favorite brand, and I felt the familiar tremor in the hollow of my hand. Just when the skin was closing, just when the ache was dull, the memory comes crashing through my fractured heavy skull. They say that time's a healer, that the scars will eventually fade, but they don't see the shadow that your departure made. It only takes a whisper, it only takes a ghost to remind me of the version of the life I love the most. And it's just salt in the wound, it's a sting in the deep, it's the secret that the ocean and the winter try to keep. Every how are you doing, and every move along is just another lyric in a broken-hearted song. I'm trying to stay steady, I'm trying to be brave, but I'm just pouring ocean water on an open grave. Yeah, it's salt in the wound, and I'm burning from the sage. I walk past the cafe where we used to sit and dream, and the steam from the espresso felt like a silent scream. Someone laughed just like you with that high and jagged ring, and I felt the sudden poison of a cold and velvet sting. I'm a map of open gashes, I'm a history of the red, trying to find a way to quiet down the things you said. But the world is full of triggers, and the air is full of grit, and I'm just a living target for the bitter end of it. Don't tell me that it's for the best, don't tell me I'll be fine while you're busy drawing borders on a heart that used to be mine. The healing is a process, but the process is a fire tied to the remains of a desperate dead desire. be just another grain of salt in the middle of the night. It stings. God, it still stings. I'm sitting by the grate where the fire used to roar, watching pieces of our history drift across the floor. The photographs are curling, turning charcoal at the edge, like the way we let the weeds grow on a window ledge. I thought that we were diamonds, something built to stand the heat, but we were just a paper house on a dead-end street. Now the smoke is in my clothes, and the soot is in my lungs, and the I love yous are tasting like ash upon our tongues. The flames were bright and orange, a fever in the dark, but we ran out of oxygen before we felt the spark. Now the glow is gone to winter, and the embers turned to stone, and I'm sifting through the ruins of a kingdom on my own. And this is ashes and blue, falling like the snow, the color of a fire that has nowhere left to go. It's a cold kind of gray, it's a sad kind of light, the remnants of a love that didn't make it through the night. I'm reaching for the warmth, but my hands just pass through. I'm covered in the dust of us, ashes and blue. The moon is coming up, casting shadows through the glass, painting everything the color of the years we let pass. The ink on your letters is a bruised indigo stain, dissolving in the puddles of the midnight rain. I'm looking for a flicker, a reason to believe, but there's nothing left to catch on the fabric of my sleeve. Just a powdery silence, a ghost of what was burned, and 1,000 bitter lessons that I never should have learned. You can't start a fire when the wood is soaking wet with the tears of the things that we haven't finished yet. So I'll sweep up the debris, I'll clear out the space, but I can't wash the velvet smoke from off of my face. Just the fine thin dust and the midnight hue. Everything is quiet in the ashes and blue. Just ashes and blue. I'm standing in the hallway where the afternoon is long, humming just the ghost of what used to be our song. The locket on the dresser has lost its Sunday shine, like the way your fingers used to tangle up in mine. I remember when we started, we were minted, we were new, two bright and lucky coins beneath a sky of perfect blue. But the air has turned to acid and the touches turn to grit. And I'm looking for the luster and the wreckage of it. Everything that glitters eventually goes gray when you take the fire and you walk the other way. I'm polishing the memories, but the finish is too thin. I can see the copper sorrow where the love is wearing in. Now it's just withered gold, a tarnished kind of light, the color of a sunset that's giving up the fight. It's the hollow and the promise, it's the shadow and the ring, the heavy, heavy silence that the winter always brings. We were worth a fortune, now we're just a debt, a pocket full of maybe and a lifetime of regret. Yeah, it's withered gold, and it's 2026, and I'm still not over it yet. The leaves out in the garden are a brittle ochre heap, like the little secrets that we didn't mean to keep. I found your yellow sweater in the bottom of the bin. It still smells like the summer that we let the darkness in. I thought that we were solid, I thought that we were pure, built of something timeless that was destined to endure. But the plating's all been peeling and the surface is so cold. A masterclass in how a heart can turn to common mold. Is it better to have sparkle for a second in the sun, or to never know the damage of the things that we've begun? I'm clutching at the fragments, I'm biting on the coin, but there's no more currency in the places where we join. Giving up the fight, it's the hollow and the promise, it's the shadow and the rain, the heavy, heavy silence that the winter always brings. We were worth a fortune, now we're just a debt, a pocket full of maybe and a lifetime of regret. Yeah, it's withered gold, and it's 2026, and I'm still not over it yet. Dust on the trophy, rest on the gate. The value's gone down, and it's getting so late. Just a dull reflection in a broken frame. Withered gold, and the echo of your name. It's all gone dark, withered gold. The calendar is stuck, a page from last July, before the green began to fade and the roots began to die. I'm standing in the garden, but the dirt is hard as stone, and the seeds we sowed together have all withered up alone. The sun is hanging frozen like a gold coin in the sky. It doesn't bring the heat no matter how it tries. The birds have lost their rhythm, they've forgotten how to sing, caught in a jagged orbit, a broken name to swing. I'm looking for the harvest, but the fields are turning gray. face, but never meant to climb. The leaves won't fall, the snow won't melt, the rain won't even start. It's just the permanent weather of a fractured, lonely heart. No once upon a summer, no springtime on the way, just the heavy hollow pressure of a broken season day. The wind is blowing sideways, but the trees are standing still, like they're waiting for permission that they'll never get to feel. I put on my heavy sweater, then I take it off again. I don't know where the chill ends and where the hurts begin. I remember how the light used to change at 4:30. Now it's just a flat unchanging gray across the kitchen floor. Nature's lost its balance, it's forgotten how to turn. Ever since the bridge we built was finally left to burn. Is it April, is it August, is it some forgotten month, where the always and the never all collide into a once? I'm trapped inside the solstice of a love that didn't hold, in a story that stopped breathing before it could be told. Springtime on the way, just the heavy hollow pressure of a broken season day. The birds won't open, the frost won't bite. It's just the middle of a never-ending night, stuck in the transition, frozen in the space between the memory of you and the void I have to face. A broken season, it's never gonna change. It's never gonna change. Coffee's gone cold in the cup that you like. The air in this kitchen is heavy and spiked with the things we aren't saying, the words we don't dare, while we're breathing the ghost of a love in the air. You haven't left yet, but you're already gone. I'm just a shadow you're treading upon. We're sitting in silence, a foot from the edge, watching our promises fall off the ledge. It's not a sudden crash or a lightning strike. It's not the dramatic end that I thought it'd be like. It's a gradual fading, a dimming of light, until we're just strangers lost in the night. It's a slow burn of goodbye, the longest goodbye, like a fever that lingers and won't let us die. It's a house getting colder, one room at a time. It's a mountain we're losing the spirit to climb. It's the agonizing ache of a heart, those that hear the sound of a retreat. just the embers turn dry in the slow burn of goodbye. I watched you erase me from your digital life, a surgical cut with a dull rusted knife. One photo, then two, then a whole year is gone, while I'm still here waiting for some kind of dawn. We still share a bed, but we're oceans apart, counting the beats of a fractured heart. You're checking the clock and I'm checking my pulse, trying to find us in someone else. If you're gonna leave, baby, leave me in flames. Don't let it be whispers and forgotten names. Don't let it be months of this almost and maybe. Just let the smoke take me. Just let the smoke take me in the slow burn of goodbye. The longest goodbye, like a fever that lingers and won't let us die. It's a house getting colder, one room at a time. It's a mountain we're losing the spirit to climb. It's the agonizing ache of a heart losing heat, the sound of a retreat on a quiet street. No, it wasn't a fire, it's just the embers turn dry in the slow burn of goodbye. The wick is at the bottom now, the wax is on the floor. I can't find the us we were and who we are anymore. Just a little more smoke, just a little more sky, lost in the slow burn of goodbye. I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at your favorite mug, the one with the chipped handle and the faded ceramic hug. I made the coffee exactly the way you used to crave, but it's just a cup of habit now, a flower on a grave. I remember how you whispered it, tangled in the sheets that were felt like a promise, like the air of enemies. But the air has turned to winter and the honey's turned to salt. Now I'm searching through the wreckage, trying to find a single fault. Now there's a bitter aftertaste of always on my tongue, like a sour final note of a song we should have sung. You said it was a kingdom that would never see a fall, but always has a ceiling and always hit a wall. It's the ghost of every forever that you swore was true. Now I'm choking on the sweetness of the lie I told with you. The ink is dry on the letters that I haven't burned yet. They're full of heavy visions and a debt I can't forget. Always was the anchor that was supposed to keep us still, but it dragged me to the bottom against my own will. Now I'm walking through the grocery store, buying food for one, and then not always in my peripheral is blocking out the sun. It's in the way the silence rings, it's in the unmade bed, a permanent reminder of the things we shouldn't have said. They say that time beautiful word until it started to taste like never. Just a bitter aftertaste of us together forever and never. The mug is sweating on the table, leaving rings upon the wood. I pour it down the kitchen sink, if I only thought I should. But I'm staring at the surface, at the film of yesterday, while the steam that once rose up between us simply blew away. You left your keys beside the fruit bowl, a heavy silver sound, the only piece of you and me that's still hanging around. I take a sip and wince a little at the way it hits my tongue, the taste of every desperate lie to which we ever clung. The morning's moving forward, but I'm frozen in the seat, tracing all the jagged lines of a love that's obsolete. It's just cold coffee and bitter truths this morning, the kind of storm that hits without a single drop of warning. The sugar's at the bottom, but the liquids turn to ice, and I'm realizing fixing us was a roll of loaded dice. It's a swallow of regret, it's a dark and lonely brew, just cold coffee and the bitter truth of losing you. I remember when the kitchen smelled like hazelnut and hope, before we reached the frayed out ends of our tangled tire rope. Now the silence is so heavy I can hear the clockwork tick, counting down the reasons why the ending came so quick. You said you needed space to breathe, I said I needed us, but we were just two engines turning everything to dust. The cream is curdled in the cup, a cloudy swirling mess, a perfect illustration of this hollow loneliness. It's just cold coffee and bitter truth this morning, the kind of storm that hits without a single drop of warning. The sugar's at the bottom, but the liquids turn to ice, and I'm realizing fixing us was a roll of loaded dice. It's a swallow of regret, it's a dark and lonely brew, just cold coffee and the bitter truth of losing you. I could brew another pot, I could start the day again, I could wash away the porcelain, the places that you've been, but there's a comfort in the coldness, a logic in the sting. It's the only honest feeling that the daylight seems to bring. Yeah, it's just cold coffee and bitter truth this morning, the kind of storm that hits without a single drop of war. The sugar's at the bottom, but the liquids turn to ice, and I'm realizing fixing us was a roll of loaded dice. It's a swallow of regret, it's a dark and lonely brew, just cold coffee and the bitter truth of losing you. One more sip for the way it used to be, before the you I loved stopped looking back at me.
Sound of a ceramic cup setting down on a hard table, and silence.
I'm sitting on the edge of the velvet couch we bought when we were high on promises, and the battles wasn't far. Now I see the way you look at me, like a stain upon the floor, like a book you've read 1,000 times and don't need any more. You handle me with heavy hands, so you don't touch me at all. Just waiting for the dust to settle, waiting for the fall. I'm like that old leather jacket hanging lonesome by the door, the one you used to brag about, the one you once adored. Now the seams are getting frantic and the colors fading fast. I'm just a relic of a feeling that you didn't think would last. You keep me in the corner just in case the night gets cold, but you're looking for a story that hasn't been already told. Oh, you love me like a used thing, like a habit you can't quit, like a candle in a window that you forgot you lit. I'm a maybe in your pocket, I'm a someday on your shelf, while I'm breaking in the silence and it fixed me by myself. It's the kind of love that hollows out, the kind that lets me rest. You love me like a used thing, and I'm turning into dust. Throw me in the giveaway pile or keep me in the dark, but stop acting like my presence still provides a single spark. I'd rather be discarded, I'd rather be alone than be a treasure you've forgotten in a house we call a home. Yeah, you love me like a used thing, like a habit you can't quit, like a candle in a window that you forgot you lit. I'm a maybe in your pocket, I'm a Sunday on your shelf, while I'm breaking in the silence, trying to fix me by myself. It's the kind of love that hollows out, the kind that lets me rest. You love me like a used thing, and I'm turning into dust. So go on, find something shiny, go on, find something new. I'm tired of being the vintage dream that's lost its light for you. Just an old habit, just a used thing, worn out by you. I've got a PhD in holding on too tight and staring at your shadow in the middle of the night. I've memorized the syllabus of everything we lost, and I'm calculating every single tear it's gonna cost. I used to think that love was built on never walking out, but I'm learning what the silence is really all about. The first lesson is the hardest, how to stand still while the world keeps turning against your will. The textbooks never told me how to breathe in the hollow spaces that you chose to leave. So I'm taking notes on the way the fire dies, and how to look at freedom without closing my eyes. Welcome to a masterclass in letting go and watching the river while you let it flow. I'm majoring in distance and the art of farewell, breaking every single one of these heavy magic spells. It's a graduate degree in the way the heart breaks, learning how to live with my own mistakes. Yeah, I'm finally learning everything I didn't want to know in this masterclass in letting go. confessing to is easy, don't you dare call. Don't lean your heavy heart against a crumbling wall. I'm studying the way your name sounds like a chore instead of the prayer that it used to be before. I've cleared the shelves of every frame and every dusty line, redefining what it means to say that I am doing fine. It's a lecture on a vacuum, a seminar on grief, where the only thing they promise is a bitter cold relief. There's no cap and gown for a heart that's been flung, for the dreams that we carried and the ships that we sunk. But I'm passing the final, I'm turning the page. I'm the only one left on this empty stage. Welcome to a masterclass in letting go and watching the river while you let it flow. I'm majoring in distance and the art of farewell, breaking every single one of these heavy magic spells. It's a graduate degree in the way the heart breaks, learning how to live with my own mistakes. Yeah, I'm finally learning everything I didn't want to know in this masterclass in letting go. Class is dismissed, the lights are going dim. I'm trading in the us for a world without him. I'm walking out the door, slow and steady and brave, with nothing left to lose and nothing left to save. Just a master class. Letting go. I'm standing on the porch where we used to dance, tracing the outline of a ghost romance. The porch lights flickering, about to die, just like the spark that used to be in your eye. I've carried this weight in my pocket so long, a jagged reminder of where I belong. But the locks have been changed and the porch is cold, and I'm holding on to a story already told. So I'm giving back the keys to the heart I couldn't keep, to the hallway of promises and the secrets we'd sleep. I'm untying the ribbon, I'm stepping off the mat. I never thought forever would end quite like that. It's a heavy piece of metal for a love so light it flew today. I'm giving back the keys to you. There's a scratch on the brass from a late night fight, when I fumbled for the door in the middle of the night. Now that silver notch doesn't fit the groove. Every memory's a room where I'm not allowed to move. I checked the kitchen table, left the spare in the tray, along with the plans that we made for me. It's quiet enough than I ever knew to be in a house that's no longer us, just you. I'm not leaving a note, there's nothing left to say. The silence is the price I'm willing to pay, to stop looking for windows that I can't see through, to stop trying to open a door closed by you. Yeah, I'm giving back the keys to the heart I couldn't keep, to the hallway of promises and the secrets we'd sleep. I'm untying the ribbon, I'm stepping off the mat. I never thought forever would end quite like that. It's a heavy piece of metal for a love hear the click, I'll walk away. Maybe I'll find my own home someday. But for now, I'm just standing on the street with empty hands and a heart in retreat, just giving them back, giving them back the keys to you. I'm holding the book with the spine snapped in two, staring at the chapters that were supposed to be you. We had the ink and we had the white space, and a plot that would move at a beautiful pace. But someone pulled a pen right out of my hand and scattered the letters like dust in the sand. Now I'm looking at the margins where I used to see light, and wondering how I always went dark in the night. We were only halfway through the very first part, when the rhythm just stopped in the middle of a heart. Now I'm reading the ending we didn't write, watching our forever disappear from the light. There were supposed to be houses and gardens and gray, instead of the silence that won't go away. It's a story unfinished, a line left to hang, the most hollow song that a soul ever sang. I'm stuck in the middle of a ghost of a fight, living the ending we didn't write. There was a scene where we made it to June, under the glow of a big heavy moon. I had the dialogue memorized word for word, but now it's a language that's never been heard. The characters change without any cause, left me standing alone in a permanent pause. You walked off the page and you closed the front door, and left all our some days all over the floor. Yeah, I'm reading the ending we didn't write, watching our forever disappear from the light. There were supposed to be houses and gardens and gray, instead of the silence that won't go away. It's a story unfinished, so I left to hang, the most hollow song that a soul ever sang. I'm stuck in the middle of a ghost of fight, living the ending we didn't write. Is there a sequel where the protagonist heals, where the ground isn't shaking beneath of his heels? Or am I just a footnote in a book you threw out, a flicker of faith in a force of doubt? I'm staring at the ending we didn't write, watching our forever disappear from the light. There were supposed to be houses and gardens and gray, instead of the silence that won't go away. It's a story unfinished, so I left to hang, the most hollow song that a soul ever sang. I'm stuck in the middle of a ghost of a fight, living the ending we didn't write. The ink is dry, the story is done, but I wasn't finished with the only one. I spent 3 years folding the corners down, building a life on this patch of ground. I used the best intentions for the floor and the frame, and I colored in the windows with the sound of your name. It looked so sturdy in the afternoon sun, before the clouds gathered, before we were done. But I built it out of whispers and old Polaroids, trying to fill up the space of the oncoming void. I thought if I held my breath, the air would stay still, but you can't stop the wind with a sheer-act will. Now I'm standing in the rain of a love gone wrong, watching the walls that I thought were so strong, just dissolve in a pole, just stripped in the street with the blueprints of us washing over my feet. It was beautiful paper, it was delicate art, but a paper house can't hold a breaking heart. And I'm shivering here in the center of the gale, watching the roof of my kingdom turn pale. There goes the kitchen where we dance in the dark. There goes the hallway where we lost every spark. The ink is all running, the forever is blurred. I'm losing the meaning of every sweet word. I try to take the seams when the draft started in, but you can't fight a hurricane with cardstock and tin. You were the pressure and I was the fold, and now there's no shelter to keep out the cold. Yeah, I'm standing in the rain of a love gone wrong, watching the walls that I thought were so strong just dissolving a pulp, just drifting the street with the blueprints of us washing over my feet. It was beautiful paper, it was delicate art, but a paper house can't hold a breaking heart. And I'm shivering here in the center of the gale, watching the roof of my kingdom turn pale. Maybe I should've used stone, maybe I should've used steel instead of the fragile way that you made me feel. But I gave you my best stationery, my thinnest of grace, and now there's not a single dry scrap of this place. I'm standing in the rain of a love gone wrong, watching the walls that I thought were so strong just dissolving apart, just drifting the street with the blueprints of us washing over my feet. It was beautiful paper, it was delicate art, but a paper house can't hold a breaking heart. Now the ground is just flat and the sky is just gray, and the wind took the rest of my world away. I used to wear your name like a silver chain, a heavy holy rhythm running through my veins. I carved it into tabletops and whispered it to sleep, a secret in the garden that I promised I would keep. But the ink began to sour and the silver turned to rust, and everything I built for you was leveled in the dust. Now I'm staring at the mirror, at the ghost of who I was, trying to find the me I lost in everything it does. The skin is finally closed, the colors turn to white, but I can still feel the burning in the middle of the night. Now there's just scars where your name used to be, a rough and jagged map of what you took away from me. I've scrubbed the memory raw, I've tried to wash it clean, but I'm haunted by the ghost of the girl I haven't seen. It doesn't ache like it did when the wound is fresh and red, but it's a different kind of heavy carrying the dead. Yeah, I'm learning how to breathe, I'm learning how to see through the scars where your name used to be. I see the empty spaces where the letters used to curl. The air was for the light you brought into my lonely world. The O was for the circle that I thought would never end. The V was for the valley where I lost my only friend. I've spent 1,000 mornings trying to smooth the edges down, but you can't erase a fire once it's leveled half the town. but I think it's just a thief. It steals away the beauty and it leaves you with the grief. It turns the sharpest agony into a dull and steady thrum, until you're finally grateful just to feel a little numb. Tragedy, just the scars where your name used to be. I'm over you now, at least that's what I say. But the skin remembers what the heart threw away. I'm looking through the ledger of the 3 years that we spent, counting up the kindness and the way the money went. You gave me all your patience when I had none for myself. You put your own ambition on a high and dusty shelf. You carried every burden, you held back every tide, while I was busy looking for a place where I could hide. Now the house is finally quiet and the bill is coming due, but I'm bankrupt in the spirit and I'm losing all of you. You invested in my hollows, you pour light into my dark. You try to build a fire from a dying, freezing spark. I took your golden hours and I turned them into gray. I borrowed every sorry that I knew I never paid. I see the way you're looking, like a lender who's gone dry, with nothing left to offer but a hollowed out goodbye. I'm sitting in the riches of the love you threw away, realizing there's a mountain that I can't begin to pay. If I could give you back the sleep, if I could give you back the grace, if I could wipe the lines of worry from your tired, beautiful face, I'd sell my soul to balance out the scales of me and you. But the interest on my failure is the one thing that is true. Yeah, it's a debt I can't repay, a hole I can't fill in. For every time you caught me, for everywhere I've been, I'm a million thank you short and 1,000 I loves late. Just a beggar at the window of a locked and iron gate. You gave me everything you had until your heart was thin. Now I'm drowning in the mercy that I didn't help you in. It's a debt I can't repay, and it's finally sinking in. So walk away with what is left, take the silver and the gold, leave me with the memories that are getting bitter cold. I'm checking all my pockets, but they're empty as the hall. I owe you my entire life and I gave you none at all. Just a debt I can't repay. walk away. Decided as a hairline, a ghost against the bone. A little less of always, a little more alone. I felt the temperature shifting in the way you said my name. I saw the reorganization of the flickering of the flame. It was silent structure, so I like to think. Before the weight of silence pushed us through the bank. You don't see the hub until the pressure starts to turn. You don't feel the feeling till you're running out of time. This is the anatomy of a fraction, the science of the brain, the mapping of the wreckage and the space that it would take. It's the shade edge of never cutting through the maybe so. The architecture of a heart that's learning how to let you go. Doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow steady turn till the person that I loved is no longer standing there. I'm looking at the x-rays of the life we used to lead, on into the places where we started to recede. There's a splinter of a secret, there's the dust of a regret. The parts of us that haven't quite stopped hurting even yet. We're tired of wrap it up in gas. We try to play it safe, but you can hear the foundation unshifting, sagging grace. Is the enemy of a fraction, the science of the brain, the mapping of the wreckage and the space that it will take. It's the jagged edge of never cutting through the maybe so. The architecture of the heart deciding letting go. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow and steady turn until the person that I loved is no longer standing there. They say that one grows stronger in the places where it cracked, but they don't mention how it feels to keep the rest of you intact. When the heroin's just memory and the toes is just a ghost, how do you fix the part of you that's missing you the most? Yeah, this is the anatomy of a fraction, the science of the brain, that heavy, heavy burden of the love we couldn't make. It's the jaded edge of never cutting through the maybe so. The architecture of the heart that's finally letting go. Trace the lines, nothing stays whole in these broken times. I remember the day we laid the first stone. I promised you never have to walk it alone. We spent years on the arches, the steel and the pine. connecting your secrets and worries to mine. We built it over the canyon, above the black deer. A promise we swore that we both finally keep. But I didn't notice the kerosene scent, or the way that you whispered of where the time went. Now I'm standing on the edge, looking over the side at the distance between us that's grown ocean wide. And I see you there on the far riverbank, with a match in your hand and a heart that just sang. I guess some bridges are just built to be burned, to be lessons we wish that we never had learned, to light up the sky while the architecture falls, to leave us with nothing but smoke blackened walls. I thought it was passage, I thought it was home, but it was just firewood meant to be thrown. Yeah, some bridges are built just to be burned. The wood starts to crack and the orange turns red. I'm hearing the ghosts of the things that we said. They're falling like embers into the abyss. Was it always headed for a moment like this? Did you plan the demolition while I painted the rails? Did you wait for the wind just to tear down the sails? The heat's on my face and the ashes like snow, and there's nowhere left for this tired heart to go. I'd run through the flames if I thought you were there, but you're just a silhouette, a cold empty stare. You're watching the pillars collapse in the tide, and you aren't even trying to reach the other side. I guess some bridges are just built to be burned, to be lessons we wish that we never had learned, to light up the sky while the architecture falls, to leave us with nothing but smoke blackened walls. I thought it was passage, I thought it was home, but it was just firewood meant to be thrown. Yeah, some bridges are built just to be burned. The light is fading, the crossing is gone. I'm stuck on the side where the night lingers on. I warm my cold hands by the wreck of our past, knowing nothing this beautiful was ever meant to last. Just a pile of ashes, a lesson well earned. We were just a bridge built to be burned. I didn't wear black, but I felt the weight of the veil as I watched the lights flicker up, our fire start to fail. We're sitting in the car parked in the driveway of our home, but it feels like a cathedral where I'm kneeling all alone. There's no casket in the center, just a box of old CDs, and the ghost of who we used to be is shaking in the breeze. We aren't screaming anymore, the anger's gone to sleep. The secrets that we buried are just too buried now to keep. I'm looking at your profile in the glow of the dashboard light. It's the final viewing of the love we couldn't set right. No one brought us flowers, no one sang a hymn, just the sound of the engine growing quiet, growing dim. just move on from everything we said? Or is it better to just leave these memories unsaid? We can't go back to how things used to be. So we'll walk away in opposite directions, just you and me. Welcome to the end of us, the closing of the chapter. We're finally facing the bitter ever after. We're letting go of the future we thought we'd find, and leaving all the broken pieces of love behind. We don't need a reminder of what we've lost, just standing in the silence, adding up the cost. At the end of us, the final words are spoken, the chapter is closed. We finally know where this story goes. It was just a long path to a painful end, and there's nothing left for us. No way to mend. What was once us is now just dust. Goodbye. I remember the night you swore it on your life, a vow so sharp it cut through the air like a knife. I'll never leave, I'll be the one to stay. You spoke those words and then you looked the other way, but words are made of metal when they're forged in a lie. And I didn't see the explosion coming in your eye. Now the air is quiet, the smoke is settling low, and I'm left with the pieces of a life I used to know. They say that truth will set you free, but it only leaves a scar when the map you follow leads you to a dead and falling star. And I'm picking up the shrapnel of a promise you broke, finding jagged bits of always in the fire and the smoke. It's embedded in my skin, it's a sting in every breath, the ghost of a forever that was frightened of its death. Every I love you is a splinter in my chest, just the shrapnel of a promise that you couldn't put to rest. I found a piece of trust buried deep in my side, and a shard of tomorrow where I used to hide. It's funny how the sweetest things turn into the lead once the gravity of leaving starts to pull at the thread. I'm walking through the debris of the plans that we made, checking for the pulse of a love that didn't fade. But everything is sharp now, everything is cold. The story's over, but the wreckage is getting old. coffee's gone cold, trying to find the rhythm that we used to hold. I'm looking at hands and they look the same, but they don't reach for mine when I whisper your name. We're speaking in a language we both used to know. You got new stories that you don't tell to me. I've got a version of life that you don't wanna see. We're like two photographs left out in the rain. The edges are blurred and we're starting to stain. We built a whole world on a patch of soft ground. Now we're just strangers in a house with no sound. And it's nobody's fault, and it's nobody's lie. It's just the slow way that beautiful things die. We're just two different people than the ones who fell in love, chasing different stars in the sky up above. I don't hate you, and you don't hate me. We're just not the us that we used to be. I wanna go back to that night in July when we saw the same future in each other's eyes. But that version of you and that version of me, a ghost in a hallway, just memories we keep. And it's nobody's fault, and it's nobody's lie. It's just the slow way that beautiful things die. We're just two different people than the ones who fell in love, chasing different stars in the sky up above. I don't hate you, and you don't hate me. We're just not the us that we used to be. So I'll pack up the parts of the girl I became, and you'll keep the man who doesn't feel the same. No shouting, no crying, just a quiet goodbye underneath the white and a different sky. Two different people walking different ways into the haze. It started as a hairline, a ghost against the bone, a little less of always, a little more alone. I felt the temperature shifting in the way you said my name, a subtle reorganization of the flickering of the flame. We were a solid structure, or so I like to think, before the weight of silence pushed us to the brink. You don't see the hollow till the pressure starts to climb. You don't feel the fail until you're running out of time. This is the anatomy of a fracture, the science of the break, the mapping of the wreckage and the space that it will take. It's the jagged edge of never cutting through the maybe. So the architecture of a heart that's learning how to let you go. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a slow and steady tear until the person that I loved is no longer standing there. I'm looking at the x-rays of the life we used to lead, pointing to the places where we started to recede. There's a splinter of a secret, there's the dust of a regret, the parts of us that haven't quite stopped hurting even yet. Yeah, we try to wrap it up in gauze, we try to play it safe, but you can't heal a foundation on a shifting sandy grave. of the break, a heavy, heavy burden of the love we couldn't make. It's the jagged edge I'm never cutting through the maybe. So the architecture of a heart that's finally letting go. Study the break, trace the lines. Nothing stays whole in these broken times. I went looking for a sweater, it's getting cold again. Found a box of old receipts and a broken fountain pen. But tucked behind the winter clothes in the dark and out of sight is the little velvet mountain that I never got to climb tonight. I remember how I hit it there, with a heart about to burst, before the forever turned into who's gonna leave the first. Now it's just a ring in the top drawer, gathering the dust. A circle made of promises that turned to hollow rust. It was supposed to be a question, now it's just an empty stone, a heavy piece of silver that I'm carrying alone. I can't bring myself to sell it, and I can't put it on your hand, so it sits inside the dresser in this quiet no man's land. I practiced every syllable, I had the words all lined up neat. I saw us growing old together on a sleepy suburban street. I almost pulled it out that night, we shared the cheap red wine, but I saw the way you looked at me and I knew you weren't mine. The light was fading in your eyes, a shift I couldn't ignore, so I pushed the velvet deeper in the corner of the drawer. Sometimes I reach in just to feel the coolness of the band, and imagine for a second that I'm reaching for your hand. But the gold is getting colder and the diamond's lost its spark. It's funny how a tiny thing can leave such a giant mark. It's just a ring in the top drawer, gathering the dust. A circle made of promises that turned to hollow rust. It was supposed to be a question, now it's just an empty stone, a heavy piece of silver that I'm carrying alone. I can't bring myself to sell it, and I can't put it on your hand, so it sits inside the dresser in this quiet no man's land. How close the wood, I'll turn the key on the life that lived inside of me. Maybe one day I'll let it go, but for now it's the only part of us I know. Just a ring in the top drawer, in the dark. I found that old photograph tucked in the drawer, the one where we're dancing on the kitchen floor. The light through the window was golden and kind, before all the shadows started messing with my mind. We built a cathedral out of cards and some hope, thinking we could survive on the end of a rope. And everyone warned us the seasons would change, but we were too busy just feeling strange. If I had to go back, I'd still walk through that fire, even though in the end was a funeral pyre. 'Cause we were a beautiful mistake, a wreck on the shore, the kind of disaster we're bleeding out for. We were the wrong hearts in the right kind of light, a spectacular crash in the middle of the night. It was never gonna last, it was written in the There's a comfort in knowing exactly where we failed, and the logic of why this ship never sailed. You were the ocean and I was the sand, just trying to hold a tidal wave in my hand. The silence is heavy now, the bed is too wide, but I don't regret a single tear that I cried. We were a poem written in disappearing ink, beautiful and tragic before we could blink. Yeah, we were a beautiful mistake, a wreck on the shore, the kind of disaster worth bleeding out for. We were the wrong hearts in the right kind of light, a spectacular crash in the middle of the night. It was never gonna last, it was written in the break, but God, we were such a beautiful mistake. Better to have loved, and I guess that it's true, but they don't tell you the price of the losing you. It's a debt I'll be paying for the rest of my days, for the chance to be lost in your emerald haze. So I'll keep the ruins, and I'll keep the ghost of the wreck of the thing that I love the most. I'm standing in the hallway where the sunlight used to dance. Now it's just a narrow space where we ran out of chance. You picked the floral pattern, said it felt like evermore, but evermore just walked right out and slammed the heavy door. Now the edges are all curling like a secret hard to keep, and the silence in this empty house is getting far too deep. So I'm tearing down the wallpaper, stripping back the years, trying to wash away the glue with a bucket full of tears. Underneath the roses is the gray of cold cement, searching for the us we were before the us we spent. Every inch I'm peeling is a memory I lose. I'm tearing down the wallpaper, 'cause I'm tired of the views. There's a faded yellow circle where your favorite picture hung, a ghost of every I love you that we ever could have sung. I remember how we laughed here with the brushes in our hands, building up a kingdom out of dreams and shifting sands. But the colors started bleeding and the patterns in line. Now I'm scraping at the remnants of a life that was face. Yeah, I finally cleared the space. I'm tracing the outlines of shadows on the wall, waiting for a whisper or a reason not to fall. We used to speak in colors, a fever dream so bright. Now we're just two silhouettes fading in the light. I reach for your hand, but I'm grasping at the air. You're sitting right beside me, but you aren't really there. The dictionary's empty, the pages turn to gray. We've forgotten every rhythm, every word we used to say. Oh, love is a dying language, and we've lost the breath to speak. The promises are brittle, and the heart is getting weak. We're staring at the static, screaming through the glass, watching everything we built turn into the past. It's a beautiful tragedy, a slow and silent curse. Love is a dying language, and we forgot the verse. I remember when forever didn't need a single sound. Now I'm searching through the wreckage for the magic that we found. Your I love you sounds like hollow rain hitting on a tin of cold and lonely echoes of the places we have been. We're stuttering through dinner, we're choking on the fine, trying to read the poetry in a broken finish line. Because love is a dying language, and we've lost the breath to speak. The promises are brittle, and the heart is getting weak. We're staring at the static, screaming through the glass, watching everything we built turn into the past. It's a beautiful tragedy, a slow and silent curse. Love is a dying language, and we forgot the verse. Maybe we're just ghosts of a story already told, fluent in the distance and masters of the cold. I'd scream it from the rafters if I thought you'd understand, but I'm talking to a statue with a wedding on its hand. And it's only getting worse. The dialect of us is gone, just a flicker in the dawn. Quiet now, the last word is goodbye.